This morning, a 72-year-old woman passed away unexpectedly because of a mistake she made without even knowing it. Something so ordinary that countless people over 70 committed every single day. The reality is that as we age, our bodies become increasingly sensitive to minor habits that once seemed inconsequential in our youth. And sadly, these tiny choices can accumulate in ways that seriously jeopardize our health. In this video, we're examining 4 morning errors that might be endangering you without you realizing it. These errors can affect your heart, circulation, balance, and even your brain function. And the worst part is that most individuals over 70 make at least one of these errors every morning. The encouraging news is that once you become aware of them, they're easy to fix. And steering clear of them might be the difference between maintaining an active, healthy lifestyle and facing a serious medical crisis. Stay with me until the end, because the final error is one that almost no one discusses, yet it is among the most hazardous. Many seniors are unaware they're committing it, even though it can significantly increase the risk of falls, dizziness, and heart complications. You won't want to miss it. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos. And if you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve future content. Now let's get started. Mistake 1. Getting out of bed too quickly. One of the most dangerous actions you can perform in the morning is something that appears entirely harmless: rising from bed too quickly. You might not think twice about it, but for older adults, this habit can cause dizziness, sudden blood pressure drops, and even dangerous falls. As we grow older, our circulatory systems don't react as rapidly as before. After lying down for several hours, blood pools in the lower parts of your body. If you suddenly sit up or stand too fast, your blood pressure can plummet, a condition known as orthostatic hypotension, and that's why many people over 70 feel dizzy or lightheaded in the morning. Think back to your last time getting out of bed. Did you feel off balance for a few seconds, notice slight blurriness in your vision, or need a moment to steady yourself before taking your first step? That's a sign your body wasn't ready for such swift movement, and if you're not cautious, that fleeting instability could lead to a hazardous fall. Consider a man named Edward, 74, who every morning would swing his legs off the bed and stand immediately. He never gave it much thought until one morning, when he blacked out for a split second and lost his footing. Fortunately, he landed on his bed, but it could have ended much worse. That incident made him realize that he needed to modify his morning routine. The solution is simple, yet effective. Instead of leaping out of bed, adopt a 3-step approach. First, when you wake up, take a few deep breaths and gently wiggle your fingers and toes to stimulate circulation. Second, slowly roll onto your side and sit up gradually while keeping your feet on the floor. Third, before standing, pause to steady yourself. Move your ankles, stretch your arms, and give your body a few seconds to adjust. It might seem like a minor change, but this small habit can significantly reduce your risk of dizziness, imbalance, and falls. And as you probably already know, falls are a major danger for older adults, often leading to broken bones, hospitalizations, and even long-term mobility issues. So if you've been in the habit of getting out of bed too fast, pause and reconsider your morning routine. Those extra seconds in bed could truly save your life. Mistake 2. Skipping water in the morning. One of the most overlooked yet risky errors, especially for those over 70, is not drinking water right after waking up. You might not see hydration as urgent in the morning, but after hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated, and for older adults, that can have serious consequences. While you sleep, your organs keep working, your lungs continue to breathe, and your body loses fluids through respiration and sweat. By the time you wake, your blood is slightly thicker, circulation is slower, and your body is running at a small deficit. Failing to replenish fluids quickly can contribute to issues like high blood pressure, poor circulation, and even a heightened risk of stroke or heart attack. Reflect on how you feel in the morning. Do you wake with a dry mouth, notice your joints feeling stiff, or feel less energetic until you fully wake up? These could be signs of dehydration. And if your first drink is coffee instead of water, you might actually be worsening the problem. Consider a man named James, 76, who habitually reached for his morning coffee immediately after waking for decades. As he grew older, he started experiencing bouts of dizziness and brain fog. after his doctor suggested he tried drinking water first thing in the morning. Within a few weeks, he noticed improved alertness, fewer headaches, and higher energy levels. Water is essential for proper blood flow, efficient kidney function, and easing strain on your heart. Drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake jumpstarts your metabolism, rehydrates your organs, and sets your circulation in motion. If you're not used to drinking water in the morning, try keeping a small glass by your bedside or opting for warm water with a squeeze of lemon if that suits you better. Your body has worked hard all night and needs proper hydration to function optimally. Don't wait until you feel thirsty, because by then, you're already dehydrated. Make it a habit to start your day with water. Your body will be grateful. Mistake 3. Drinking coffee before eating anything. For many, the morning routine isn't complete until that first cup of coffee is in hand. A practice ingrained for decades. Wake up, pour a cup, and begin the day. But here's the issue. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the worst things you do for your body, especially after 70. When you wake up, your stomach is empty and your body is in a vulnerable state. Your blood sugar levels are low, your digestive system is just starting to work, and your cortisol, the body's natural stress hormone, is at its peak. Consuming coffee on an empty stomach can spike your cortisol even further, causing extra stress on your body, digestive discomfort, and potentially long-term problems like acid reflux or stomach irritation. If you've ever felt jittery, lightheaded, or queasy after your morning coffee, that's your body sending you a message. The acid in coffee can irritate an empty stomach, leading to indigestion, acid reflux, or heartburn. And for older adults with sensitive digestive systems, that irritation can quickly become a daily concern. Consider a man named Roberts, 75, who always began his day with black coffee and food only later. He never thought much of it until he started experiencing frequent acid reflux. At first, he blamed it on spicy foods or aging, but after consulting his doctor, he discovered that drinking coffee before eating was placing unnecessary stress on his digestive system. He began to have a small snack, something light like a banana or a handful of nuts, before his coffee, and within weeks, his discomfort greatly diminished. The key here isn't to give up coffee entirely. It's about adjusting the timing. A light snack before your coffee helps buffer the acidity, stabilize blood sugar levels, and reduce the stress response in your body. If you usually reach for coffee right away, try rearranging your routine. Even a few crackers, a slice of toast, or a piece of fruit can make a significant difference. If you've ever found that coffee leaves you feeling anxious or overly jittery, eating first can help balance that effect. Caffeine on an empty stomach is absorbed too quickly, resulting in a sharp energy spike followed by a crash, whereas eating first slows absorption, giving you a steadier boost. So, before taking that first sip tomorrow, ask yourself, have I given my body something to work with? A small tweak in your routine can go a long way in protecting your stomach, balancing your energy, and keeping you at your best. Mistake 4. Ignoring morning stiffness and moving too quickly. One of the most dangerous mistakes you can make after 70 is underestimating the effects of morning stiffness and moving too rapidly. Many people wake up with a bit of tightness in their joints and assume it's simply a normal part of aging. They push through it and move too quickly, only to later suffer pain, injury, or even a serious fall. While you sleep, reduced movement and circulation cause your muscles and joints to stiffen. This is especially common in older adults since the body naturally produces less synovial fluid, the lubricant that helps joints move smoothly. As a result, when you first rise, your body isn't fully prepared for sudden action. If you stand up too quickly, twist unexpectedly, or take an unstable step, you risk unnecessary injury. Think back to a morning when you felt that familiar stiffness in your back, knees, or shoulders. Perhaps it faded after a few minutes, or you dismissed it as nothing significant. However, repeatedly ignoring morning stiffness can lead to more serious issues over time, such as reduced mobility, chronic pain, or a sudden injury that might have been preventable. Consider someone like Walter, 78, who always prided himself on being active. On stiff mornings, he would simply power through until one day, while heading to the bathroom, he lost his balance and fell hard on his hip. That one incident resulted in months of recovery, all because he hadn't allowed a few extra minutes to gently warm up his body. The good news is that avoiding this mistake is straightforward. Before even sitting up, take a few moments in bed to gently awaken your joints. Start with subtle movements. Wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your ankles, stretch your arms, and then, while still lying down, do a few knee lifts or slow leg motions to loosen your hips. Once you sit up, roll your shoulders, take deep breaths, and perform light stretching before standing. This doesn't take much time, but can make a world of difference. Those extra minutes of gentle movement can mean the difference between feeling unsteady and starting your day with confidence. Also, be mindful of your initial steps. Use a sturdy surface for support if needed, and avoid rushing, especially if you're navigating in dim lighting. Your body needs time to adjust, and moving slowly can help prevent unnecessary strain on your muscles and joints. So next time you wake feeling stiff, don't ignore it. Give your body the time it needs to transition into movement, because maintaining an active, independent lifestyle begins with protecting your mobility from the moment you rise. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on your own morning routine. Have you ever unknowingly made one of these mistakes? The truth is, the habits you form in the morning set the tone for the rest of your day. And after 70, these routines become even more critical. A strong, healthy morning routine isn't about making drastic changes. It's about small adjustments that safeguard your body, keep your mind sharp, and ensure you start the day feeling your best. Whether it's taking a few extra moments before getting out of bed, prioritizing hydration, being mindful of how you drink your coffee, or easing into movement slowly, these tiny changes add up and can mean the difference between remaining active and independent or facing unnecessary health risks. Many assume that health problems in later years are unavoidable, but that's not entirely true. The choices you make, especially in those first few moments of the morning, have a major impact on your longevity, energy levels, and overall well-being. The key is awareness. Now that you know these 4 common mistakes, you have the power to avoid them and take control of your mornings in a way that supports your health for years to come. What stood out most to you? Which of these habits do you think you need to adjust? Or which one are you already doing right? We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts are important, and reading your comments truly motivates and encourages us. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.